So we were there 5 years together, and, he did a good job at Shawnee Mission East, and I appreciate everything he did, not only for the program, but for me as a coach, the things I learned from him, about run fits and different things like that he really focused on. I appreciate that he, had the time to teach not only the kids, but some of us coaches, a little different way of doing things. And so I appreciate those 3 guys that, are moving on. And so we'll see, how those spots all get filled. But I do want to say thank you to Derek Ryder, Drew Steffen, and Danny Long. 3 guys that started their time at East at the same time I did. And, I appreciate everything they did, for me in the program. And it's been a lot of fun. So congratulations to those guys and good luck in their new endeavors. So I was just talking about some of the guys I coached at East with that are moving on. So thanking them and taking a minute to do that. But XFL, man, another good weekend of XFL action.
You know what? And no surprise, Houston wins again.
They do, 5-0.
Yeah, I think that. I mean, record shows it, and they're the best team by far. Also, when you watch them, when you watch them, they look really good. Their defense is good. PJ is playing really well. I actually think he's gonna get a look from NFL teams. I'm not talking about starter. I'm talking about backup. I'm talking about being a backup for sure. Right? Mm-hmm. Take him as a backup.
Yeah,
he's looking good. He's not. He's being smart with the ball. He's not going crazy. But yeah, the deal is with the XFL, we love it because it's football, and that's it. We love football, and we love football in the spring, or it's almost spring. But give it to us any time of the year, and we're gonna go on with it. And I like betting on the games too, so it's really fun.
See, I'm not a gambler, so
I 100% am. So
I've never been a gambler. Never.
So I started the Saturday slate of games off. I went over to our buddy's house and watched the Dallas game that afternoon. And
who?
The Dallas Renegades.
Where'd you watch it at?
Over at Joey's.
Oh, you did? Okay.
So went over there, hung out with him, and watched that game. We watched the first half, and then we had to leave to go poker tournament that night, which, congratulations on splitting the pot.
You know what? It ended up being 1 a.m, and I was like, actually, Jim said to me first, he was like, not this Jim. Other Jim said, hey, man, you want to split the pot? And I was like, yes. It is 1 a.m. I have to be work at 7.
So it was really 2 because it was daylight savings time.
And I was a knucklehead, and I went to Taco Bell after work, or after the game. So by the time I got home and I set my alarm for work, it said, you'll be awake in 3 hours and 50 minutes. And I go, all right. I'm glad I didn't play it out.
So Sunday was a long day.
Here's a funny poker story for you. A friend of mine, his brother's a priest, and he's married and has a wife and has a great job. And every year there's this bartenders reunion party at a bar because this particular bar, everybody goes in and pours their beer and puts their money in the drawer. Seriously. True story. His wife tells him, if you go tonight, I'm divorcing. Well, next morning, he's out of the house. And so be careful with the card games with your wives.
No, our wives were good with it. They knew about that poker night long in advance, so it was all good.
Yeah, it was good. And I'm glad I made a little money that night. It was a good game. We have a good time. And you know what? I would a little old man merit advice here. Guys, take your guys' nights. Do them once a month, once every couple months, whatever it takes. You should do it. It will keep you sane.
It will.
It will keep you sane.
Just set it up with the wife in advance. Don't spring it on her. Like, hey, babe, I'm going to go play poker with
tonight.
the guys in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Set it up in advance.
Say, hey, like we planned this, I think, about 6 weeks ago. Like one of the guys,
it was almost like 2 months.
One of the guys sent something out, and we're like, we'll check.
Plan it.
And so I went to my wife, and I said, hey, on this date, like 6 weeks, 8 weeks out, whatever it was, the guys want to get together and play some poker. And she's like, oh, I have bunco that night. No problem.
Perfect. The deal is, everybody knows you can't act the same around
your guys as you do your women.
Around your wife as you do your guys.
Yep.
with your guys. You get a sounding board for all the dumb ideas you maybe want to do, and you tell them, and they tell you how dumb it is, or you have one that's good, and they tell you, oh, it's a good idea. So you do it.
This is now a life advice show.
This is now a life advice show and sports show.
Yeah.
So
But
we're telling you,
100%,
like,
your buddies
guys'
would say-
night.
It's about
very-
sports with life.
Yeah, a
But
guy's
your buddies will, like our group of friends, if we have a dumb idea, that we will call each other out on it. Like, don't
Yes.
do that. That's really dumb.
A guy's night is, to me, my time with my boys, Gary, Joey, Jim, Kelly, Danny, all those guys.
Yep. Joe.
It
didn't make it either, but
Joe, it is important. It's important to stay in contact with your friends. Don't get married or don't get a girlfriend and literally just spend 100% of your time with them, because it will not end well for you.
This is the little tidbit to the younger guys. Guys' night doesn't mean that you have to go and spend a bunch of money and get crazy and loud at some bar or, a Hooters or a Twin Peaks or something like that.
No.
Literally, all we did was we went over to our friend Kelly's house, went in his basement, and sat around his poker table and played cards.
I bought in the poker tournament with $10, and I brought a 6-pack of Busch Light, and it was an awesome night.
Yes.
That literally cost me it didn't cost me anything because I won. But if I didn't win, it would have cost me about $16, $17
And I
for
brought
an awesome night.
And I brought a bottle of vodka. I'm a vodka guy. I brought a bottle that I already had at my house, so it was already purchased. So literally, I was out $10 because I bought into the tournament for $10.
What the heck? We are turning a life advice show, but for the young bucks,
you don't have to go. Like, you can say, "Hey, let's have a guys' night and just stay at your house and play." Now, do we go out sometimes? Yes, but that night it was just, "Hey, let's go play poker at so and so's house and let's just hang out and catch up." And we told old stories and new stories, and at this stage in our life, we told stories about our kids. So hey, it is what it is, right?
It is what it is.
I think that means you're an old man if you're telling a story about your kid at a guy's night, right?
Yeah, I talked a story about Mason. Beating me
Mason's
up,
awesome.
wrestling.
He's a world champ.
Yeah,
He's going to take on Goldberg. We're going to set it up.
The dude literally is like, he'll like throw his shirt off and he's wearing like pajama pants, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I am fighting Shawn Michaels. This is like, he is killing me, super kicking me, all that stuff. So we're big wrestling fans, so it's a big deal.
Goldberg versus Mason.
My money's on Mason.
All right. Well, you think you can set that up?
I got one that you can win the bet on.
What?
Goldberg versus Terry Shield.
Versus who?
Terry Shields.
Who that?
That's the guy that Goldberg wrestled in high school and said, enough of this, I'm going out for baseball.
Oh.
Whoa. Okay.
Okay.
Remember Terry Shields if we ever interview him.
All right.
All right.
Houston, obviously the best in the XFL. I'll get back to that here real quick, wrap it up.
Yes.
So the D.C. Defenders, New York Guardians, and St. Louis Battlehawks in the East, they are all 3-2. So two of those three teams are going to make the playoffs.
St. Louis,
New York, and D.C.
They lost.
I know, so they're 3-2 now.
Who they lose to?
They were 3-1.
I missed that. Who they lose to?
I don't know. I think D.C. maybe.
Okay. Really?
I liked their sideline reporter for that game, though. She was pretty.
I can't remember exactly, but
Take it easy. Oh my God.
My wife never let me have guys' nights like you guys had, so
just set it up.
Sorry for you, sir.
We'll invite you to the next one.
Sorry for you.
So, two of those three teams are going to make the playoffs. And then it looks to be, obviously, we were wrapping up, so I guess we'll just keep going then.
We're rolling, man.
Houston, 5-0 in the West. Seattle and Dallas are 2-3. One of those two teams is going to make the playoffs. I don't know.
You mean between those two? My money's on Dallas. I actually think Dallas is very well coached. Hurting. I mean, I say they're hurting without Landry. That's probably, I don't know what that is, because Landry was pick city.
I thought the quarterback played a little better.
The only problem is they don't trust this dude to throw deep ball.
He threw a couple nice deep balls, though, this weekend.
I didn't watch last game, so I can't test that. I tested the first week when Landry was like sidelined for like a knee, and it was knee injury.
Same
and
knee.
he came in, and I felt like they were so conservative with how they threw the ball. Or maybe, you know what? It could have been a QB. QB was conservative with checkdowns and stuff. But it felt like they're like whoever was doing it was very conservative, and it didn't work out because you got to take shots downfield. And but with the coaching that Dallas has, I could see them coming in. But honestly, the front runner for sure is Houston.
Yeah.
They're playing. They're lights out. They're a good team. PJ is nice.
They are. So, playoffs are coming up on the 18th and 19th of April. So, we're halfway through the regular season. They play 10 weeks.
Yes.
So, halfway through. Obviously, Houston in the lead. I think D.C. is going to get in the playoffs in the East and St. Louis. So, I'm going to go D.C., St. Louis in the East. And I'm going to go Houston, Dallas in the West. What about you?
I like Houston, Dallas. What was the first two you said?
I said D.C., St. Louis.
I will take. I'll take out D.C. and I'll put in
New York.
No, I'll throw in Tampa makes a run.
Really? At 1-4.
Yeah,
coming all the way back.
4-4, and they're going to get in, man. That's it. So Tampa gets in.
Well, they'd be either 5-5 or 6-4.
I thought it was 8 games regular season.
No,
Is it 10?
10.
Oh, so
we're halfway through.
6-4, baby. Tampa,
Okay.
Watch out.
Tampa, there you go.
Yeah, I watch out for Tampa. So, anyways, I do like Houston and Dallas in the other conference. That's an easy pick for me. I think Dallas is well coached. I really do. I mean, no matter their record, I really think they are well coached. Houston for sure is. They're in.
June Jones.
June Jones is a legend.
What do you got, Jim?
How can you go wrong with a name like June Jones?
Yeah.
June Jones.
So
air raid, baby.
Make sure you check out.
I think.
No. June Jones is run and shoot.
Yeah.
I think Midwest Mike's needs to become Jerry Jones, own a team in the Kansas City market. Call them the Cowboys, even. And Gary, you can coach, and we'll play the game out at T-Bone's baseball park.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
XFL team in Kansas City.
And Gary's the coach?
Gary's coach.
I'm betting every day against him.
That's all right.
No, not really. No,
you're making money then.
I'm gonna make.
Okay, yeah, bring him on. Gary's coach.
But
how about a GoFundMe page for the Midwest Mike's?
GoFundMe. Well, we have a GoFundMe actually.
We haven't really promoted it.
No, we haven't. But
feels
let's
like.
See. All right. So yeah, check out Simply Stamped on Facebook. Made us some cool keychains. Check those out on our social media. Check out their Simply Stamped page on Facebook. DJ Showtime KC34 Twitter. Call them up, 816-260-2056. Really cool DJ. And we do have a live show scheduled at the Johnny's on K10 and Ridgeview coming up on the 30th of March. So you can see us live do a show. Johnny's, K10 and Ridgeview, 7 o'clock, Monday, March 30th. Our guests will be Will Gordon of Shawnee Mission East Baseball and the Lawrence head baseball coach. And then later that week, you can see that game live on UClick TV.
We hope.
We hope.
We hope.
Between those two teams.
Working out the dates.
We're working out the details.
Can I tell the dates we have for tomorrow and Wednesday? Games?
Yes. What games you got tomorrow?
We got tomorrow is Lafayette versus Lincoln College Prep. Lincoln College Prep, both boys and girls made it to the state sectional. So, and the girls are playing Kearney. And then on Wednesday night, Liberty, boys and girls both made it. Liberty is playing, girls are playing Central, and Liberty boys are playing Staley, first ever district title in 12 years of the history of the school for Staley. So, Coach Neff, wishing him well on that. And then the 10th of April, we will have the Greater Kansas City Basketball Coaches Association Mo-Can game.
Yeah, so lots of great basketball coming up on the U. Be sure to check that out. Lots of great content. As always, you can find us anywhere on social media under Midwest Mikes. I'm Gary.
This is Austin.
Jim's behind the scenes. We'll see you next week.